People on minimum wage were never buying homes. Rachel is so right. People working for minimum wage aren't complaining that they can't afford a house. It's the individuals making $80,000, $90,000, $100,000, $120,000, $150,000 who can't afford the average house anymore. And the minimum wage workers are complaining because a minimum wage worker cannot get an apartment on their own. And that used to be true. A minimum wage worker in the 80s, they couldn't afford a house either, but they could get an apartment on their own. And if they wanted to be really financially responsible and get ahead and get out of the minimum wage job, they could get a roommate, save the extra money. Today, a minimum wage worker could talk to another minimum wage worker, go together, and both of them together cannot qualify for a one-bedroom apartment. And the average house is $400,000. You need $120,000 to qualify for the average house with no debt. No student loans, no car payments, no credit cards. If you're lucky enough to pay all that off, then you need another $50,000 for a very low down payment and closing costs to get into that house, and it's still not financially responsible. To really be comfortable to buy a house today, the average home of $400,000, you need about $175,000 to $200,000 for the home to feel like a pleasure and not a prison.
So look, I think that this is one of, if not the biggest problem with the whole housing market in general. There's no way that the average person should not be able to afford the average home price in America. Even if someone is extremely responsible and saves their money, doesn't spend money on frivolous things or luxury items, it is so hard and nearly impossible to afford that average home price of almost $420,000. So why don't you guys let me know down in the comments, what do you think a good solution for all this is?